And we're just keeping our eyes peeled as we wait for another aircraft to make its way back over for another delivery. It's on its way here momentarily. So keep your eyes peeled over to where the tram just went and it says wing on the fence. You'll be able to see the aircraft lift off here momentarily and climb and make its way over here. And just imagine that departure when it climbs up is from the store you just ordered from. The transit in between there and here is just what it would do between the store you ordered from and your house or your delivery area. It might be your driveway, might be your side yard, whatever you coordinate with the company and that they approve as a safe landing spot. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, right above the part of the fence that says wing, right in the tree line, you can see the aircraft just above that yellow bus, if you can see that. It gets up to about 25 feet. It establishes a hover, and then it rolls the cable back down so that the employee can load it like we described just a few minutes ago. So keep your eye on the drone as it comes across there. There it is at altitude. It has the package sealed up tight against the aircraft, and now it's making its way to your house, which we're going to simulate right here at Twilight Fight Fest. Watch it circle over. Now watch as it makes its way here to the simulated customer area. You see it making its way. It's going to go to my left, the east side of the field, if you will. As it begins to make its way over there, you see it making its way down the runway, flying down the grass runway to a pre-designated spot. Remember, these aircraft are autonomous, and they have predetermined routes. And so it has flown all the way down and turned back around to give you a good look. You can see the vertical propellers on the portions of the aircraft that are longitudinal, nose to tail, if you will. You can see the forward-facing propellers that help it fly like a traditional aircraft. And now it's approaching the landing area here to my right on the west side. You see it settle down nice and gently. Gets down to about 25 feet. Watch it establish itself in a hover. Now, if there were a strong wind, it would also orient itself with the nose into the wind. Now, watch the pill come off the box right there. You see the pill going back up and the yellow golf ball type shape thing on the bottom. The aircraft detects the loss of weight. It climbs back up to altitude, and then it returns autonomously back to its nest, back to its base, where it can land on a charging pad and recharge from right there. What do you think about that, Twilight Flight Fest? How about our friends from Wing and that amazing delivery that could be your driveway somewhere in America? Well, folks, that will conclude our demonstration here tonight for Wing as that package comes in. And we have been an honor to have Wing with us, and now you've seen how the Wing drone delivery works. The Wing team will be around if you have any questions. Otherwise, you can learn more at their website, wing.com, or check if your address is eligible at wing.com/get-delivery. If Wing isn't delivering in your home yet, you'll be added to a wait list to be a first flyer. Ladies and gentlemen, how about one more huge round of applause for our friends from Wing? All right, it's now my pleasure to introduce the two voices of the STOL demonstration that we're about to see. Ryan Dombrowski and Anitra Goddard are right out front. Ryan and Anitra, great to have you with us. Welcome aboard. What are we about to see?
Well, Rob, it's going to be one heck of a night. We've had some great STOL comps. Who was here the other nights here at the Twilight STOL Fest? We got one arm up over here. Yeah, over there as well. Are you ready for some STOL flight? No, I couldn't even hear. Are you guys ready for some STOL flight? There we go. It's not your grandpa's air show tonight, everybody. We're getting ready to get super psyched up and fly some planes. Anitra, we should probably introduce our intrepid pilots tonight.
Absolutely, Ryan. Who have we got in the front today? Starting the STOL Invitational, we've got Diesel Dobson in that beautiful Cessna 172 tail dragger conversion.
There's Diesel Dobson taxiing up to the line. Behind him, you're going to see Eric Jarema in the SQ2.
And then we've got Nathan Rehawk in that highly experimental modified PA-12.
Right after him, you'll see Luke Strandland in the Murphy Super Rebel. When he's at the line, folks, if your ears are sensitive, it'd be a good idea to give him the old plug-a-roo. They call that airplane the Sonic Rebel for a reason.
Yeah, I think so.
So Diesel Dobson is taxiing up to the line, and we're going to measure from the line to where the main wheels leave the ground. Anitra, I believe we're what? What are the measurements on the cones?
All right, so if the folks, you see the green cones, they're 25 feet between the green cones, and the large orange cones, it's 100 feet.
I can even do that math. All right, it's going to be great. I'm going to know exactly what's happening. Thank you, Mr. Bestland, my high school algebra teacher. All right, so we're going to have the airplanes go full throttle. They're going to rush down this beautiful grass runway here at Oshkosh. And we're going to measure from where the main wheels leave the ground. That's the takeoff phase. We'll talk about the landing phase when we're in that point of the night. We're just a few moments from getting approval to launch the aircraft from the Air Boss. And I got to tell you, this is one heck of a sunset going on here. You only get that in Wisconsin during AirVenture, really. It's like the only time it's nice here, but it's really beautiful. Well, there's not like 7 feet of snow is my point. So I'm from Wisconsin. I can say that. Calm down. So beautiful sunset, Diesel Dobson, and it's time to get things started. Here he goes, pulling back on the yoke, right around 200 feet.
I think that looked around 200 feet from my spot.
That's a 172. It's a 172 that's been converted to a tail dragger. Don't stalk me on social media and tell me I'm lying. All right, next up.
We've got Eric Jerema in that Backcountry Super Cubs SQ2.
125, Anitra.
Yeah, that's
plus or minus. We never make it down by this side. How's everyone down here? You guys good? Yeah, what's up, everybody over here by Tall Pines?
All right, our Alaska bush pilot friend, Nathan Rehawk from Anchorage in that PA-12.
Now, we talked about this on Tuesday, but Anitra, there's a lot of rivalry between Alaska and the contiguous United States. Oh! 75 feet? Yeah, you guys think about 75 feet? Now,
Luke Strandland in the Super Rebel.
This airplane makes me uncomfortable with the way it sounds. I'm gonna just plug my, what did I say? I'm getting the old plug-a-roo, my ear holes. Oh.
So, Ryan, I was speaking to Luke, and I know we were talking about the horsepower, and he did confirm we're pushing 660 horsepower in that Super Rebel.
So that's 60 horsepower since last year he's added. That's incredible.
Diesel Dobson coming in on final.
All right, here he goes. He's going to use a little bit of power to hold it off. Different line here. Goes. Oh, right on the line. What a landing to start the Stoll Invitational here at AirVenture 26.
Right on the line. So with the short takeoff, it's also kind of a spot landing because they want to hit as close to the line as possible, and Diesel was right on it.
Yeah, if you land before the line, your entire run, if this were a competition, your entire run would not count. We call it a scratch in the Stoll biz. And so you really got to get real accurate to it. Sometimes we talk about landing on a mountaintop, right? If you land a little too short, that's going to be a bad day. So we want to make sure that we're landing as we simulate and compete, that we're landing right on that line. Now, here we go.
Eric Jerema, man, look at how smooth he's coming in, Ryan.
Working those slats on the front. Oh! Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Levi
he
doesn't know. What do you think? Was it good?
Okay, Tall Pine says yes. What do you guys think over here? Was it good? Okay, sorry about that, Levi. I think we got to call it good. Now, high and to your right, here comes Nathan Rehawk in this highly modified PA-12. Watch as he lets the tail drop. He's going to apply some power, balloon up a little bit. That's okay. A little extra burst of power to get him over the line. Retract those flaps to remove the rest of the lift and get her stopped.
All right, here comes Luke. Guys, he's got a surprise.
Anitra's a poet. She didn't know it. Here we go. Luke hanging it out.
Come on. Yes.
Oh, good on the line. And if you weren't here earlier this that's the surprise there. If you weren't here earlier this week, it definitely has a little bit of reverse pitch propeller on the front, and that's a little beta thrust for you.
All right, we got Joe Dory Jr. taking off in that highly modified Pacer.
So Joe Dory Jr. off good in the experimental Pacer. Next up is Mike Busenitz in the Zlin Norden, followed by Robbie Staten in his hand-built PA-18 Javron replica. Okay, sub 100 foot. What do you got? What do you think, photo guy? You got a photo finish on it, sub 100 foot? Absolutely. There we go. I knew I could count on that guy. It's a big lens.
So they did a walk around today of this aircraft, Robbie's replica PA-18. And man, he's got a cool autopilot thing on there, and he was telling me like the meticulous work he's done to build it and have it structure. And he is a Cub builder, so I mean his airplanes are just perfect.
Works of art.
Absolutely.
He's full throttle now, Anitra. He's rolling down the line. Okay, we're right around 125, maybe 130 feet for him. He had a lot of wind on the nose on Tuesday, and that plane was just hovering off the ground. It was doing its best F-35B impression. I had to remember which one was which. That was loud today. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys hear that thing hovering? Well, yeah, exactly. What? Yeah, I'm
forever.
It was really cool, though. Okay, here they come now around the bend. We've got Joe Dory Jr. I hope Big Lens guy's getting that shot. Look at that sunset behind him there.
Oh,
God. His dad's sitting there in front of him dancing, ready to go. Okay, here we go on the landing.
All right,
holding
Joe,
off. Ooh, inches off the grass. Oh, way too short. That's sad. Look at. Yeah, Levi's. Are you a little angry, Levi? You're like, yeah, it was a scratch.
All right, that's Michael Busenitz coming along in the Zlin Norden.
This Zlin Norden is a very modern take on the classic bush plane design electric slats. He can actuate with a trim lever on the stick. Rocking that Rotax too. There he goes. So smooth.
Smooth like butter.
The other day I said, during a competition I was nearing, I said, oh, that was smooth as a cucumber. And then I was told that that's not the thing you say. You say cool as a cucumber. I've been saying it wrong for 43 years, Anitra.
All right, Robbie.
Okay, not a great one for him there. It fell out a little bit. Like you saw the plane just wasn't willing to fly anymore. He added a little bit of power, but no dice, and that's a scratch for Robbie Staten as well. Now, the next heat is up to demonstrate.
That's right. We've got Bo Ellis in the Legend Cub, the Bodad wagon.
Right around 130. I'll be maybe we'll say 130.
Bo giving us a little wing wag down there.
Dave Curley on the line. Party mode activated. Are you guys ready to